right, let's respond to the last couple of minutes of this video, and but still, I stand by this. Listen to the song. Listen to the song for Mr. Rogers, and I remember Rabbi Weinberger, who I know is also on their bad list. I remember when Mr. Rogers died. In his shir, he mentioned something about Mr. Rogers. Let's listen to this.
To pray for their favorite sports team.
All right. Someone asked, is it wrong to pray for the sports team? Just listen to what I'm saying here. Tell me what is...
There's a speed trap ahead.
Yeah, there's the cop right there, but I'm not speeding. All right. Tell me what's heretical about this.
But you want to... Of course you should pray. Of course. Why not? Why not? God is in control of everything, to the subatomic particle. So of course, pray for making money, pray for health, pray for your animals, your pets, your friends, everything. Pray for your enemies, pray for your sports teams, pray for everything. But that's what I'm saying. You don't necessarily have to wear yarmulke. You don't necessarily have to.
All right. I don't know what anybody could be upset about me saying to pray for everything. That's what Rabbi Nachman says. So all the tzaddikim say, pray for everything. 100%. Everything in life needs prayer, and I don't live up to this, but I know it's right. And that's the opposite of kvira. That's pure emunah. All right. Now the next part I can understand is controversial, but it's halakhic, and so I'm prepared to defend this as well.
To do a lot of these things that we do. It's perfectly fine, not to be part of a certain community that has a certain culture, a certain politics. Do it.
I don't know who can argue that.
No obligation to be a Hasidish like this, I personally like the way it looks, but they shouldn't think that somebody who doesn't do these things, that there's something wrong with them. A lot of different ways to present themselves, but there's a time and a place for all these things. Because sometimes you might want to wear a t-shirt, I guess jeans, even though I find jeans extremely uncomfortable. I don't understand why anyone would want to wear jeans.
All right,
I love
that's just my own personal thing. I'm wearing a t-shirt now. It says Chaplain on it.
That's what I like to wear. When I was a kid, I always wore sweatpants all the time.
All right, this is just my own personal things. I don't see what. But let's see what the issue is.
But I like dress pants because they're comfortable. And sometimes you wear a t-shirt, a baseball cap, but still wear your tzitzis. If you're a man, you can still, But there's a time and a place for everything. And again, tzitzis, it's the same thing. There's no obligation specifically to put on a four-corner garment. It's just if you do, you have to have tzitzis on.
And that's the halacha. There's no obligation in the Torah to wear a four-cornered garment at all times. But if you wear a four-cornered garment, it needs tzitzis. That's the law. Now, Chazal say that there were certain Amoraim who wouldn't go Daled Amos without tzitzis on, and wouldn't go Daled Amos without a yarmulke on, and we have adopted those practices. But it's not a chiyuv. It's not an actual obligation, but it's a communal thing that we've accepted as a community. So if you're part of the community, you have to wear yarmulke. If you're part of the community, you have to wear tzitzis. But if you're not part of the community, you're not committing a sin if you go bareheaded and you don't. And this isn't Rishonim and Achronim. This is not Joe Kolakowski. Reb Moshe said for Parnasa, there's a heter not to wear yarmulke. Well, among the Sephardim, you have very, very pious Syrian Jews who only put on the yarmulke to eat and to daven, and they sit the whole day in their office bareheaded.
In 2 miles, take exit 61 for Pennsylvania 944 Wurtsville Road.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that, and it's offensive to say otherwise. Now, the question of tznius, that's a much more difficult thing, but let's just go weiter and see what I said there.
But it's a good thing to do, sure. The main reason why I'm saying this is that we should learn not to look down on people.
And that's what I'm saying. Don't look down on other people who live differently.
Good evening, everybody. I wanted to make a little bit of follow-up to the video I made this morning about the issue as to whether or not tznius is a social construct or if it is something that is essential. And before I talk about
saying
it's
that's
like
wrong.
wearing a yarmulke, covering one's head, the man. That's also a thing that is essentially it's not a requirement. It goes by the.
In half a mile, take exit 61 for Pennsylvania 944, Wurtzville Road.
Women lead prayers and things like that.
Hi there, friends. Starting a new show, a new series.
All
We're
right,
hoping
let's go back 10 seconds here. Because maybe
The standards of the community, which one is in, even essentially it's not a requirement.
Here, this is what I'm saying. This was a truva from Rav Mishash. Again, this isn't Joe Kolakowski. This is
Take exit 61.
this is what the poskim discuss. This is halachic rulings.
In a quarter mile, use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto Pennsylvania 944 East, Wurtzville Road.
The question came up in Morocco that a lot of the women stopped covering their hair. And Rav Mishash, he was the Rav there, and he was Malamed Schus.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn
Plain and
left onto
simple.
Pennsylvania 944 East, Wurtzville Road.
I mean, that's the halacha. That is the halacha according to those opinions. Again, there are other opinions that hold that covering the hair is mamish d'oraisa, but elu ve'elu divrei Elokim Chaim. You know, I would go and say that if you live in a community where the standard is that all the women cover their hair, it's a chiyuv d'oraisa to cover the hair. The same question, women wearing pants, as long as they're not form-fitting, they're loose pants, and they're designed for women, so it's not an issue of visa heistus of beged ish, which is a d'oraisa. It goes by the community standards, and so if you're in a community where the standard in the Orthodox community is the women don't cover their hair, or they only, you know,
In a quarter mile, slight right toward Technology Parkway.
they put the doily on their head when they go to shul Shabbos morning or whatever it is, you know, that and that's their standard, and whatever it is, well that's the halacha. That is the halacha. It's not.
Slight right toward Technology Parkway, then turn right onto Technology Parkway.
It's not the way people think that it's an absolute, and we shouldn't look down on people
Turn right onto Technology Parkway.
who are part of a different community where the community standard is in the Orthodox
Continue on
community.
Technology Parkway for 3/4 of a mile.
The standard in the Orthodox community is that the women don't cover their hair. We shouldn't look down. If someone lives in Borough Park or lives in Muncie and doesn't cover their hair, and they're a married woman, that's a problem. Or if they wear pants, that's a problem, because it's a social construct. It depends on the community. But if you live in Teaneck or the Upper West Side or wherever it is, it goes by the community where you live, as opposed to other obvious things that don't have to be mentioned. That there's no way to say that could be considered sneas. But again, a lot of things depend on where you are. If you're visiting another community, visiting another place, if everybody is essentially the same, there's a time and a place and discussion, and so yes, and the truth of the matter is there are some people who identify as Orthodox who go a bissel weiter and probably violate the laws, and they're in violation of the halacha, and it's very difficult
In a 1/4 mile, turn right.
to say that what they're doing is kedas v'kedin. It doesn't necessarily make them an apikoros. It means that they're maybe a choyte machte, but they're not necessarily chutz l'machane even for that. Maybe they have to do tshuva for that. They'll klap al chet for that on Yom Kippur, But that's this last part about the.
Take the next
goes by
right, then
the-
turn left.
Standards of the community, which one is in, even exceeding or even giving women a leo, or having women lead prayers and things like that.
Hi there, friends. Starting a new show, a new series. We're hoping to have on a regular basis. I'm not sure if it's going
This
to
is
be
just-
once a week, once a month, or maybe twice a month. We're not sure
I
exactly how
didn't
often.
wind up
We're gonna be
making this
reviewing
video,
different things,
but-
TV shows, movies, radio shows. Generally, there'll be family-friendly programs, educational shows, maybe some old movies here and there, old TV shows, and things that
Right.
around.
This
Your destination is on the right.
is just a mitlakshin, like we say, So I'm here at my destination. Alright, so this guy is upset with whatever I'm doing. That's his right. It's a free country. Shalom al Yisrael. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Everything, so I think I apologize for whatever is really problematic, but that's the story. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. We'll see you later. How do I turn this off? Come on.